Keith Andrews, congratulations. You must be very proud to be on Stephen's coaching staff now with the senior Ireland team.
Yeah, very much so. It's obviously been a bit of a whirlwind couple of weeks or so. Happened very quickly. With everything that's going on in the world, it feels slightly surreal. But nonetheless, to be named as an assistant to Stephen is a very proud moment in my career. One I've worked hard at, and I've enjoyed working with Stephen in the last year or so with the 21s. So delighted to make the step up.
And as you say, of course, these are tough times. Football is on hold, and there's a lot of frontline workers who deserve all the credit. So I suppose it's difficult at the moment to celebrate, is it?
Yeah, it just feels bizarre, doesn't it? Because there's one side, a huge side of you that is looking to what's going on in the world, you know, in your country, on your doorstep practically, and you're glued to the news day in, day out, and not really feeling like you can do much about it, to be perfectly honest, other than stay at home and try to look after your loved ones. So it's been a difficult few weeks for all of us, and some more than others. And the admiration that I've got for those frontline workers, people working in shops, bus drivers, is huge. So there's that side of it, but then obviously at times you have to let it sink in and kind of look at what you've achieved in terms of getting this role, and it's one that I'm very, very proud of.
An awful lot of Ireland fans, Keith, will remember you from your playing career. What did that mean for you to pull on that green shirt?
Yeah, Carl, when I grew up as a kid, you know, we're doing bits and bobs now for the FAI, the grassroots and the home skills, and trying to get kids, keeping them going basically at the moment. When I was their age, the absolute be-all and end-all for me was to play for Ireland. It wasn't about growing up and playing for Manchester United or Liverpool. It was about playing for Ireland and worshipping players that wore those green jerseys. That's what it was all about. And every step of my club career, if I'm being honest, I felt like I left it too late, and it probably wouldn't arrive, that honour of wearing the green jersey. So when it did come, I was 28. It meant the absolute world to me. So there was decisions that went on at club level to benefit, you know, prolonging my international career, making sure I was in the best possible way to perform for Ireland. I was very driven to play for Ireland, and it's always been the case. I've been very patriotic since a very young age.
And of course, you got to play at the Euros in 2012, and we're all looking ahead to Euro 2020. What does it mean as a player, Keith, to play at that European Championship stage?
Yeah, look, we know it didn't go particularly well. There's no denying that. I suppose it was the culmination of a bit of a journey for that squad, and certainly for me personally, that we know what way the campaign ended to try and get to the World Cup in 2010. We don't particularly need to go down that road now. But the galvanisation of the group, the resilience that group kind of developed, and getting it over the line to qualify for the Euros was magnificent. And obviously to take part in one, regardless of how it went, was obviously a very proud moment.
As I say, we remember you as an Ireland player, and you're now an Ireland coach. At what point in your career did coaching become an option?
I'm not sure about an option, but certainly in terms of preparing for retirement, it was always something that I was keen to make strides in while I still was playing and having a career in the game. I suppose the coaching itself started when I was about 28, 29, in academies that I played at, Blackburn and Brighton, West Brom. And I started my coaching journey with the FAI at the age of probably 29, 30, similar type of age. So it's been going on, obviously not to the extent that has been in the last few years, but it's been going on a long time, and you've got to go and earn your stripes. You've got to go and make mistakes in academies with kids of the age of 14, 15 that aren't probably going to judge you as much as senior internationals will. So it's been going on a long time, and certainly the development through the age groups with underage Ireland has been hugely beneficial for me.
Because, of course, people know you from working with the 21s of late, but you've been with other underage teams and underage coaches.
Yeah, so as part of my development, I retired as a player, as a player coach at MK Dons. Then had a full year as first team coach with MK Dons in the Championship, and then that kind of came to an end where I felt like I needed to move in a different direction. Wasn't quite sure exactly what direction that was going to be at the time, but I felt like it was the right decision to step away from that role. And then I'd already been in with the under-15s with Colin O'Brien and Jason Donoghue, who now manages the 15s in a camp. That was my first experience behind the scenes as a coach, stroke mentor, I suppose, at that stage to some of the young players. And then the following year, I worked every camp with the 17s with Colin O'Brien. Also was involved with Paul Assam with the 16s as and when my schedule permitted. And of course, Jim Crawford was the 18s manager at that time, so built up a good relationship with Jim during that time. So that year, I spent over 90, 100 days with the Irish teams, different age groups, so mainly the 17s. And unfortunately, we managed to get to the European Championships, did quite well over there. So just in terms of learning the ropes, staff-wise, international, in terms of how little time you have on the grass, how concise you have to be. Again, it was invaluable for my development.
And of course, for the last 15 months with the 21s, the top of the group, and Jim Crawford and John O'Shea are taking over now. You're leaving them in good hands and in a good position.
Yeah, no pressure, lads. Top of the group. No, it's been a brilliant year with the 21s. I think we've all enjoyed it. We've all enjoyed being part of it. We've worked with some really talented young players. We've come together as a staff, and then obviously there's strides now made with Steve going up to the senior team, myself as well. Jim's going to take over that team, and like I've said, I've already worked with Jim with 18s on a few camps, got on very, very well with Jim, and no doubt he'll do a brilliant job. And in terms of John, obviously played a lot with John during my playing career at an international level. Utmost respect for him, and he's starting to make strides in his next development, which he's doing very well at Reading at the moment, getting a lot of experience, and I've no doubt he'll be a brilliant addition to the backroom team.
And of course, Damien Duff and Alan Kelly, whom you know the two of them very well, they're going to join you on Stephen's team now as well.
Yeah, Kells was goalkeeping coach during the whole time I was involved with the international setup as a player. It gone on particularly well. I remember when Liam Brady left the backroom team. Kells kind of had more of a prominent role in terms of being that go-between between Mr. Trapattoni and Marco Tardelli, and he was brilliant for all the players and always kept in touch on and off throughout the years. See him at Preston, seen him at Everton on occasion in the last year or two. So great that Alan Kelly stays involved, and obviously Damien, someone that I know very, very well from, again, playing with him. Very friendly with Damien, always kept in touch. We've been on the pro licence together over the last 18 months or so. I've been in to watch Damien coach at Shamrock Rovers. I've been over to see him at Celtic. So he's a very good friend of mine, and I'm very much looking forward to working alongside him.
Now, what a 12 months. Stephen spoke about this at the weekend. The 12 months ahead of us. We're looking at Euro 2020 playoffs, Nation League games, World Cup qualifiers and friendlies. An incredibly exciting time for Irish football when we get back on the pitch. It
is, yeah, especially what we're all going through at the moment to varying levels. People are going through a lot of pain and anguish at the moment, and that's probably going to go on for a period of time, of course. But I suppose one release for people and one element of enjoyment, it's always been the case, isn't it? You go back to 88, 90, there were some tough times in the 80s, and hopefully we can bring some good times to the people and give them something to look forward to, because as you've mentioned, the amount of games that hopefully we're going to have, the different competitions that we're going to be involved in, huge games, and hopefully it will be an exciting next chapter.
And you mentioned it already, Keith, but you've been host for the FAI Home Skills, which launched on Monday. Yourself and Per Slattery have done a great job on that. And isn't it brilliant to see the kids and some of the videos they sent in and the smiles on their faces?
Yeah, I think it's important. We try and protect them to a degree from what's going on in the world. I'm sure they know, depending on what age they are. But I've had plenty of text, phone calls of friends saying, look, they're not interested at the moment. They're due to play competitions. Some of them are going away on trips. In and around Easter is always a popular time to bring schoolboys, schoolgirls away and playing in different countries. So we know it's been difficult for them. So we give them just a little bit of focus, a little bit of enjoyment. And you're right, we've seen some brilliant videos coming in with tins of paint and bits of turf. It's been brilliant to see. So hopefully that'll continue over the next days and weeks.